Jackson. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of my class and my pyromancy build. So at the moment this is just like my PvE build. So you see 30 vigor, 30 endurance, you don't really need much more than that. And you know, 20 dex, 40 and 40 faith. You can get away with the 39 faith and int, but you know, it's really not a big deal if you put it in 40 like me. You could put some of those stats somewhere else. So we'll get to what I use. So I use a Sage Ring, Ring of Favour, Chloranthy, and the Witch's Ring. I have the Fallen Knight set because I think that it's a pretty good set, offers good resistances. And I have the Lothric War Banner, the Demon Scar, and Yorkshire's Chime. This is really what I do for bosses. You don't need the Yorkshire's Chime, but the Yorkshire's Chime essentially allows you to cast Sacred Oath, which just buffs your attack / damage stat. So, and when you do that, you're increasing your spell power because you're buffing your Demon Scar. And the same, that's essentially what the Lothric High Banner is for. But I like to use the Lothric High Banner as well for a bit of PvP, which I'll show you a bit later. But essentially what I do is you just cast to get the max deeps before you enter a boss room. You cast Sacred Oath, and then you use your special skill on the Lothric and you get mad damage boosts, and then essentially you just throw the Chaos Bed Vestiges at the boss and you're laughing. The Demon Scar is particularly useful as well. It's got a pretty cool moveset. So this is its RB, and you right B, it uses the Pyromancy Glove, and you can cast your spell. You can do two-hand it, which is probably recommended for the bosses once you've done the buffs. The Lothric High War Banner doesn't really serve much purpose. It's got a skill, a special skill, which you can combo. That's the left trigger. You use that, and you can follow it up with a right trigger, and then follow it up with another spell, and that's like a pretty good combo you can do. So the reason why I like the Lothric High Banner is it's pretty good in PvP. You can two-hand it, and it gives you that bit of range where your opponent is standing back, because Demon Scar is not very long range, so you just pull out that and you just poke him. Or you can even poke them when that, swap to that. You know, you don't really want to buff as well in a fight. Leaves you open. So what you can do is you can use heaps. There's a couple of different spells I like to use. And equip this. Sorry. Remove. So some good spells you can use for PvP, like the Boulder. I like Boulder, and I like the Black Flame. Black Flame's pretty good, just generally. But so yeah, if you want a PvP, you can get rid of that Chime, and you probably don't need the Chime. So as you see, that spell there, but this Boulder's good as well. It's low cost, as you can see. It doesn't use much mana, and it has pretty good damage. It just leaves you a bit vulnerable. Like in PvP, I'll show you, like, you can combo this. So use I'll just test this up. You can use the Black Flame, and then combo it into that sort of thing, followed by another one. And you can do heaps of damage like that. Because this spell will stun them. Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it.
65% of Americans don't believe the media is producing honest reporting, that it's got a lot of fake news. something like 84% of voters are concerned that the media is full of fake news and you don't know what to believe anymore. So, is Andrew actually paying attention to what the public thinks about him? Apparently not. So let's take a look at some of the other media criticisms that Elon Musk got. First, Michael Calderon from Politico. Again, he equates Musk to Trump. What Elon Musk and Trump don't get about journalism. He says, Musk's accusations reveal how he and Trump fundamentally misunderstand journalism and its practitioners, their approach to life as to